Hey, it's Brian, and we're back with Project Sunny. Today we're getting ready to take the body off the frame. To get the body separated from the chassis, the easy part was getting the 10 body bolts. There's 5 on each side, and they're fairly accessible and surprisingly not too corroded for being underneath the car. Where we ran into more issues are all the wiring harness connections that are clipped to points on the chassis, brake lines that are connected to the ABS module on the firewall, which is on the body part. So a lot of components like that. Any place there's a component that's mounted to the body and another part of the system mounted to the chassis, we had to disconnect those. So air conditioning, condenser, radiator all had to come off so that we could get everything separated from each other. So I think one of the challenges I wasn't expecting was the seatbelt bolt mounting attachment in the center of the vehicle. So after I had all 10 of the body bolts disconnected, I was lifting to see if I could get the body to move, make sure it was all free, and it kept holding on in the center. And it turns out there's 2 bolts that run through a reinforced plate in the body to a frame point in the center of the vehicle, and they are the seat mounting base reinforcement. So that's what physically connects the chassis of the car to the seat frames. Once we got those out, we were ready to pull the body. All right, so our original plan was to put it on a rotisserie so that we could work on the bottom side of the bodywork. After looking at the front of the vehicle, it's not quite structurally sound enough to put it on a full rotisserie. So what we're gonna do today is put it on a body cart, but we're using the rotisserie to get the back end of the vehicle up high enough so that we can slide the chassis out from underneath the body. We're gonna use the gantry that we have set up to lift the front end of the vehicle so that we can lift from a secure point on the bulkhead, the firewall. So what I've done here is taking the pickup truck bed lift that we used in previous videos. We had it laying around the shop, and I know it's strong enough to pick this up. And I've run a couple of bolts through a shackle into the hood mounting points here. So this is just a simple bolt through. I did have to rotate it, and that's why we've got C-clamps here to just keep this from walking left and right. But this is secure, and there's no rust in here, so we've got a really solid attachment point. And then we can just lift this up. I've already disconnected all the wiring, brake lines, everything that would connect the body to the chassis. So once we lift this up, we should be able to roll the chassis out from underneath it. So conveniently, we have a gantry crane here in the shop, and we seesawed the back and the front end up until we had it fairly level as we moved the chassis out from underneath the body. I did take the top of the intake manifold off, which revealed some pretty cool velocity stacks underneath there. It gave us just another couple inches as well to get the engine underneath the body as we pulled that forward. So now that we've got the body off the frame, we can actually take a look at the chassis itself. And we've had very limited visibility to it up to this point. Where we've had the floor out, we were able to see in the back the condition of the frame. All in all, it's in really, really good shape. Most of the rust in this vehicle has been in the bodywork where it was holding water while it was parked. It was going to clean up nice. There's only one area in the section of the frame that we need to make a patch, and that's where water was leaking out onto it and pooling in the bottom. So we're really happy about that. The beauty of having the body and chassis separate from each other is now I've got the opportunity to bounce them back and forth between tasks as I need to. So if I'm waiting for body parts, I can switch to chassis work. If there's a better day for welding in here, I can switch back to body. So I have flexibility now. I'm not limited to just doing body work I can access on the top side. Clearly, we've got a lot of work to do on this, so stay tuned for future episodes. We're going to be hitting that chassis with rust encapsulator, chassis black, and a number of our other products. The engine's going to get a complete cosmetic overhaul as well while it's out. And we've obviously got a lot of body work to do here, so you can definitely look forward to more welding, sheet metal, fabrication episodes as we get this body ready for primer and paint. So don't forget to check the links in the description for any of the products or tools that we've used in this video or any of the previous ones. For more information, just head on over to eastwood.com, and don't forget to check out our blog, eastwood.com/garage. There's a lot of great articles and information there as well. So stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you again.